Chapter 22. Fractured Thrones. King Aldric's condition worsened overnight. The palace healers worked tirelessly, but the fever burned hotter, leaving the old ruler delirious at times. Elara rarely left his bedside, her storm-gray eyes heavy with exhaustion and unspoken grief. Prince Dorian was a constant, respectful presence, bringing herbal remedies from Thalor, offering quiet strength, and gently reminding her of the stability their union could bring. "You do not have to carry this alone," he told her one afternoon, his hand covering hers in a gesture that felt both comforting and confining. Lucien performed less frequently, his duties curtailed under the guise of allowing the court to focus on the king's recovery. In truth, the restrictions chafed. Guards dogged his steps, and Lady Isolde's whispers had turned from rumor to open accusation in certain circles. Yet the Jester's spirit refused to dim. On the second night of the king's decline, Elara slipped away from the sick room under the pretense of needing fresh air. She found Lucien waiting in the shadowed alcove of the royal chapel, a risky choice, but one of the few places still relatively unguarded during the late hours. Their reunion was immediate and wordless at first. The fear of losing her father, the pressure of Dorian's suit, and the constant surveillance poured into a passionate embrace. Lucien cupped her face, kissing her with a depth that spoke of desperation and devotion. Elara responded in kind, her hands pulling him closer as they sank to the cushioned kneeler in the dim candlelight. Clothes were loosened with trembling urgency. Their lovemaking was fervent yet reverent. A sanctuary amid chaos, bodies joining with familiar intensity, hands and lips offering comfort and fire. The silver bell chimed softly with their movements. The wooden star pressed between them like a vow. They reached shared peaks of pleasure that left them breathless and clinging, a brief escape from the fracturing world outside. Afterward, wrapped in each other's arms on the chapel floor, Lucien stroked her hair. "The city contacts are ready. One word from you, and we vanish at dawn. Your father would want you safe and happy. I believe that." Elara's eyes filled with tears. "He told me to choose the kingdom, but also my heart. I'm torn, Lucien. If I leave now, the throne falls to distant cousins or Dorian's influence. The people suffer. But staying without you, that is a slower death." He kissed her tears away. "Then we fight here a little longer. I'll be careful. But promise me, if the king passes and they force your hand, we run." She nodded against his chest. "I promise." They parted reluctantly as the chapel bells tolled the hour. Elara returned to her father's side, heart heavier than ever. "Be true to yourself, my girl," he rasped, before slipping back into fevered sleep. The next morning brought confrontation. Prince Dorian requested Elara's presence in the council chamber, where several nobles, including Lady Isolde, had gathered. "The king's health demands action," Dorian said firmly. "A betrothal announcement would rally the people and secure Thalorian aid against the growing unrest. I ask you again, Elara, will you choose peace?" All eyes turned to her. Elara's voice was steady but strained. "I will honor my father's wishes and the needs of Eldoria, but I ask for one more week to prepare my heart." Dorian inclined his head, though frustration flickered in his blue eyes. Lady Isolde smiled thinly, Lucien for questioning after a servant reported seeing him near the chapel. He talked his way free with clever jests, but the warning was clear. His time was running out. Her love for the Jester burned brighter against the encroaching dark. But the threads of duty, illness, and political ambition pulled ever tighter. With hearts and thrones hanging in delicate balance,